What is up? I'm gonna review a video by Lana Blakely called I Tried Eating Extremely Healthy for 1 week.
Most deaths in the US are preventable, and they're related to what we eat. Our diet is the #1 cause of disability and premature death, and yet only a quarter of medical schools offer a single course in nutrition. Americans today are living longer than a generation ago, but we're actually
That's absolutely wrong, but it's too much to get into right now.
living fewer healthy years now than we once did. And perhaps the reason illness tends to run in the family is because diet tends to run in the family. As I learned all of this by reading Dr. Michael Greger's book, How Not to Die, I couldn't help
This will be good.
but wonder if my recent tiredness, irritability, brain fog, and mood swings have anything to do with what I eat. As I've been consuming excess amounts of dairy and sugar, skipped meals and squirted some ketchup on top of some spaghetti and called it a day way too often. It's the worst my diet's been in years. So, I decided to completely switch up my eating habits and hence my lifestyle for 1 week to see what may or may not happen. A short-term experiment indeed, yet the results shocked me. In How Not to Die, Greger recommends a whole food plant-based diet, a framework he refers to
Gregor looks like a zombie. How can you take any advice from him?
as the Daily Dozen, which I'll be using as a guideline this week, is an eating pattern that minimizes the intake of meat, eggs, dairy, and processed junk. I'm already meat-free, but as someone who's made a habit out of
Okay, meat, eggs, and dairy are put in the same basket as junk food. Makes sense.
nightly cheese boards and chocolate pastries, avoiding dairy and processed sugar is really going to put my self-control to the test. Alright, meal number 1, here we go. It's going to be a quick one. I'm going to make a salad because I am in a rush and some ingredients were unfortunately missing from the order. So I'm going to have to go to the grocery store anyway to get those things, but the salad is going to be tomatoes, carrots, kale, beef.
How is that a quick one? A quick one would be your natural diet, which would be that you simply take some meat and eat it. There's no preparing needed.
Beets, avocado, a dressing, and some seeds, and we'll see what else I throw in there. It's gonna be quick, but quick does not always mean bad. And that in itself is a challenge too, being able to throw together a quick, healthy, filling meal when time.
What the fuck are the candles supposed to do? You're gonna eat a bunch of fiber, pesticides, and natural anti-nutrients toxins with seeds, which are even more indigestible parts of the plant that it doesn't want you to eat. Do you not understand that?
Is limited.
You don't even digest that stuff.
Alright you guys, we have come to the part that I'm pretty sure I am most excited about out of all the recipes that I collected for this week, and it is a healthy carrot cake. Now when it comes to sweets, I am more of a chocolate person, but I don't know, for some reason carrot cake does have a special place in my heart, and I'm very excited to make it. I hope I love it. If I do, it's going to be something that I can make whenever I'm feeling like having something sweet. It does.
You're so
take quite a
brainwashed,
bit of
it's
time to
painful.
make, but hey, if it's good, it's definitely gonna be worth it.
Mjöl. 3,5 deciliter mjöl.
Svensk?
Inte mjölk.
The history of cake is that the slaves used to eat it back when they had no food at all. This is why they made food out of grain sludge, essentially. And they added any kind of garbage they can find, such as carrots. It's not food. How is it food?
Alright, doing super quick taste test before I leave. I'm in mega rush right now.
You're always in a
I
rush,
don't
it
even have any
seems.
clean spoons, but that's life.
It's so good.
I don't like it.
I
I think I'm too much honey. Alright, not a success. It's part of life.
For this week, I decided to go for organic, seasonal, locally sourced ingredients as much as I could. Seasonal food is fresher, tastier, better for the environment, and more nutritious than food consumed out of season.
Nutritionist. What are you talking about? This kind of food is not nutritious anyway. It doesn't matter if you get it from a magic tree, it will still be full of mostly toxins, plant antioxidants, for example, which we can't even use. All of this garbage that they talk about. At the end of the day, you have an indigestible toxic piece of green death there, and no matter what you do with it, you're never gonna make it nutritious or healthy for a human being. It's impossible.
It's also typically easier on your wallet. In Sweden, some produce that is currently in season are cauliflower.
Nothing is easy on your
carrots,
wallet in
beets,
Sweden.
Brussels sprouts, and apples. So I'll be basing most recipes that I found online on those ingredients. And at the end of the week, I will let you know exactly how much it cost me to eat this way and compare it to a normal week in my life.
So I figured I should probably tell you what it is.
What a clever woman. She lives in Sweden, as I understand, where you get no sunlight in winter. And then, of course, she eats Brussels sprouts, a completely man-made, unnatural piece of blech. Hey, what are you doing to yourself? Do you want to get infertile? Is that the goal of this or what?
That I'm making. So I'm making I believe it's more of a side dish. It's called Kung Pao Brussels sprouts. And there's going to be
It doesn't matter what you name it, you can't make them taste good. You can cook them to death or whatever.
A side dish or a dish that is...
Yeah, all that you're gonna do is try to cover up the taste of the Brussels sprouts. That's what everybody does who makes them.
Alright, so this dish was a total success. So yummy. All the flavors are there. 10 out of 10 would recommend making this. I'm definitely gonna be making this more times. So good.
Du bekloppte dumme Kuh. Echt.
And healthy.
I have not been sleeping great at all. And the nights before that, I've been sleeping pretty good compared to how I normally sleep. And last night, I was not eating well, so is my sleep related to what I was eating last night?
I don't know.
Is it a coincidence? Who knows? Anyways, it's a new day, I feel refreshed, and we are making oatmeal. It's one of my favorite breakfasts. But I'm going to make it a bit more exciting and fun and healthy than I normally do. I'm going to throw in a bunch of seeds, berries, and just make it
that is super much fun, and it is way healthier, of course.
a oatmeal party.
What do you not understand? Seeds don't... If there's anything from a plant that doesn't want to be eaten, it's seeds. Seeds! I don't get it. What's so hard to understand about it? It's not even digestible. If you grind them up, all that you're gonna get are toxins.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
You're so delusional, I can't even... Yes. Oh man.
This one actually has no battery. I'm just gonna pretend that there's music on right now to put you guys in the mood.
What a sad life.
Merry Christmas.
Alright you guys, this week is coming to an end and it's time to make the final meal of this week, which is a chili. It's one of my favorites. I've made it 2 times in the past and it's packed with beans and lentils and greens and all the good things that we are looking for in a meal right now. So good.
I don't believe you. You look a bit too skinny. It's kind of on the border.
Alright you guys, this week has come to an end and it's time to share my final thoughts. Having eaten this way for a week now, how do I feel physically and mentally? My body and my mind feel lighter. I can't say that I experienced a significant change in my entire being, but I 100% notice myself feeling more focused, more energized.
What are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense at all. And how would you feel lighter? If you eat a lot of seeds, especially beans, like she did in the last meal, then of course you're going to be bloated a lot. I don't know what she means by lighter, but you're going to feel a lot fuller, and I would say that would be called heavier.
More motivated, and I feel like my overall mood feels more stabilized. You know, I don't feel as irritable. And it's only been 1 week, right? So having already...
I don't understand what you actually ate for the 1 week. Did you include 1 meal a day, as Gregor recommended, or all of the time? If you would eat a completely vegan diet, then you would not feel good whatsoever. You can talk yourself into it in some way, but no.
Experienced quite a lot of benefits, maybe not super intensely, but at least somehow or somewhat is quite impressive. The negatives. Using the term negatives loosely here. It's time consuming. You know, throwing together some spaghetti and squirting some ketchup on top of it takes...
She simply said those positives because she had to say something because it's trendy and cool to promote a plant-based diet. That's it.
No longer than 15 minutes. Whereas standing in the kitchen this week, I think I averaged about each dish taking me 35 to an hour and a half, somewhere in that time range, which is a lot more time. However, when I throw together something that is not very nutritious, I end up feeling
Stop using the word.
tired. And so I end up not being as productive and active throughout the day. But I do also know that my body and my mind thank me when I take care of it. And after everything it does for me every single day, I feel like that's the least I can do.
What? That was the whole video? What was this even? I didn't see you actually mention any real benefits or... What? There was no big change or nothing. Whatever. You're promoting Gregor, who promotes a vegan diet, and plants don't have over 50 nutrients. How can a human being be healthy eating a diet which is malnutrition by definition? It doesn't make any sense. You're essentially just stupid for being so ignorant that you could have looked into it, but you actually blindly believe him and you don't even try it yourself. I don't even understand what you were eating. Do a vegan diet for even a month and you're gonna feel incredibly bad. Some people feel okayish on it if they have a lot of body fat, because then that's what they are living off of. Gregor obviously couldn't do that anymore. And of course, if you're gonna do it for 2-3 months, try even longer, you're gonna feel super miserable. You're gonna start cheating and whatnot, because it is an unnatural diet that you have to cheat on, because otherwise everybody would just be going vegan, everybody would feel healthy and blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't work out. As you know from so many people who have spoken out about it, a lot of them simply have to end up cheating. Nobody can sustain a vegan diet. That's the bottom line here. You don't know what you're talking about. You really got to look into what you're promoting. You're not doing anybody any favors here. Thanks for watching.